I'm not done yet because, unfortunately, in part 7 or whatever this is, I'm going to push back against it being solely an embodied experience that Wanda has in WandaVision. In this fantasy world of Westview, Hayward sees Wanda to be a threat due to her reproductive force that is symbolized in the reordering of hierarchy and motherhood. She chooses isolation in a magical self-made womb where she can attempt to set her own boundaries. WandaVision shows us that a world in which Wanda can live and have embodied experiences is one that she must create for herself. While her power of reproduction is feared by others and becomes the problem of the plot, it is essentially shown to be the nexus of Wanda's very identity and her method of survival. This is a chosen isolation within the Hex. From this reading, I think it's safe to say that in order for a woman of power in the MCU to have a room of her own, she must create it. And even within her safe space, there are still others who are looking to control Wanda's power within their own structures, like Agatha wanting to absorb her chaos magic, or Hayward wanting to make another super android. Looking to our broader culture that is so widely enamored with this show, as well as the MCU films, the gendered space of the Hex kind of becomes problematic. And I don't know if they do this on purpose or if this is just a symptom of the show, but even in our wildest fantasies of superheroes, time travel, and space exploration, what we are given in WandaVision is a narrative where women cannot be outside of places like the Hex. Wanda's Westview is a place for her to grow and to become anyone, to be embodied, and it is literally separated from the world that we have spent over a decade in as viewers of the Marvel Universe. I think the writing of the show does a great job of putting the witch at the center of the narrative, and they give us other characters with the universe that can sympathize with Wanda. She is certainly not a background character or a plot device, and we really get to see a woman's history and her desires and her grief become visible. The show writers say that they wanted us to, quote, see Wanda and Lizzie trying on all these different colors, seeing her be joyful, mischievous, and flirty, all these different things. They say we could dig into all the different sides of this woman, because in the comics and the MCU, this woman has endured more loss than perhaps anyone, end quote. But here's the negative. It came at the price of setting Wanda apart from nearly everyone else. And what does this say about this franchise? What does this say about our reality? Where does a woman's grief belong? Where does embodiment without limitation happen outside of chosen isolation? Where does a woman's power belong? I think what's really at stake here is, what does this say about our cultures, us as viewers? What does this say about our view of the feminine, of women's experiences?